Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, the Hurt season cap is still available for pre-order. I don't have my hat on right now, but you know the vibes, man. Make sure you pre-order your Hurt season cap and get your free gift from your boy, man. I'm gonna put the link to the description. You know the vibes, man. Look, man, I hate that we even have to do this, but we gotta do it. We gotta do it. So far, listen, the Philadelphia Eagles, free agency wise, so far the Philadelphia Eagles have a poor grade. A poor grade. Anthony Harris was a great move. I'm not gonna lie about that. I'm not gonna say free agency was totally a bust. We addressed the safety position. We got two safeties. I kind of like what went down in free agency a little bit, but we weren't the best by a stretch in the division. In fact, arguably we've been the worst. You know what I mean? In terms of free agency. But it's just a lot of things that I'm not going to let go, completely. I'm not going to let a lot of things go the way that they're going right now. First of all, let's talk about Howie Roseman. A lot of people in the organization and in the fan base, you know what I'm saying, they feel like Howie Roseman has been a bit stagnant in terms of free agency. Howie Roseman hasn't been, putting his best foot forward and try to capture some of these free agents. I don't know if guys wanted Kenny Golladay and Adoree Jackson. I'm not sure what you guys expected Howie Roseman to do with little money. But one thing we did touch on, though, was, not being emotionally driven and letting that attract us to certain free agents. We don't need to be emotional about this. What the Giants have done, honestly, we're going to talk about the Giants for a little bit. What the Giants have done, in my opinion, was what I didn't want us to do. The Giants have put themselves in an emotional situation to where they are emotional, to where they want each and everybody in free agency. They sound like us the last couple years. They want them, they gotta have them, and now that they got them, everything is everything. You know what I'm saying? I never wanted Kenny Golladay for obvious, not obvious reasons. Listen, Kenny Golladay, I think, is good. I'm not going to say he is stud. I'm not going to say he a top 10 wide receiver, but Kenny Golladay is good. Let's talk about it, though, man. Let's really be serious. Kenny Golladay is a wide receiver that on 90% of the teams, by good GMs, would have been on a one-year prove-it deal. The same prove-it deal that Alshon Jeffrey was on when we got him from the Chicago Bears. A one-year prove-it deal. His last showing wasn't that great. His last year wasn't that good. Now, I know a lot of people are going to make the excuses for why, but the why don't matter. The why just don't matter. His last showing wasn't that good. And that's just facts. It's facts. You know what I'm saying? So, I would have signed Kenny Golladay if I could. We're not going to make no mistakes about that. But it would have been to a one-year deal. Do you realize that Kenny Golladay took the best offer out there? He just took the best offer out there. Come on, you got to be smart. You got to understand business. He took the best offer. That wasn't a move to play for a contender that offered you multiple years. It was the best offer because the fan base, Gettleman, already feels like he's in the position that Howie Roseman is in. The fire is on. So when the fire is on, do something emotional to get the fan base happy, get them back on your side. And that's exactly what he did. Now I'm all for a football player getting his bag, getting his money. But in this season where there's such a shortage of wide receiver talent, you know what I'm saying, in terms of free agency go, Kenny Golladay at the top of the list, come on, man. He's going to take the best deal. So, but it was a great pickup by the New York Giants, I guess. Now, in terms of Adoree Jackson, I wanted Adoree Jackson to be a guy that can help with the cornerback 2 position for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, the video that I put out a couple of days ago, if you didn't see the comical side in the video of me putting a pitch together to get Adoree Jackson, then come on, man. I just can't help you with your sense of humor. But I'm not going to say or act like I didn't want him to be a Philadelphia Eagle. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I wanted him to be a Philadelphia Eagle, like I said, to help shore up that cornerback 2 position. You know what I'm saying? Another guy that I believe should have been on a one-year prove-it deal, though. These are guys who still got stuff to prove. So if you wanted Howie Roseman, listen, Adoree Jackson hasn't had an interception in 2 years. He has not had an interception in 2 years. He got stuff to prove. But I'm willing to take that chance on somebody on a 1-year deal to prove something to me, to give me a different look in the backfield, because we struggled opposite the side of Slay. We struggled. So do I believe that Kenny Golladay and Adoree Jackson were overpaid? Yes. Which is why they're not going to take no interview nowhere else. They going to take the highest offer. The highest offer. Period. The Giants reached on those two signings. Make no mistake about it. The Giants reached on those two signings. Meanwhile, the Philadelphia Eagles got a really good signing on a 1-year deal with Anthony Harris. A prove-it deal. Because we've seen what Anthony Harris could do before. Didn't do a lot of it last year, but it's a prove-it deal. You got to give Howie Roseman his flowers for the way that he bargains. You got to give him his flowers for that, man. You seriously got to. And for people who thinking that we seriously couldn't afford them, Howie Roseman would have made a way if he really wanted them. He would have made a way. He just threw a multi-year deal at Juju Smith-Schuster. Of course, the facts ain't going to come out until midway in the season or something like that. But Juju Smith-Schuster turned down a multi-year deal to go back and play with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Reportedly, allegedly. So the money is there. Howie always finds money for players that he wants. He approached Juju, and you know what I mean? Juju respectfully declined. But I'm not going to cry over spilt milk, man. I'm not crying over spilt milk in terms of some of these dudes who are getting picked up who should be on prove-it deals. Prove-it deals. I can almost bet my bottom dollar on this. Kenny Golladay and Adoree Jackson, both of those guys won't play out their contracts in its entirety in New York. I can bet that right now. You know what I'm saying? I could bet that right now. I'm not giving nobody $33 million who didn't get an interception in 2 years. Is a cornerback. I'm not giving you a multi-year deal. You got to prove it. That's all I'm saying with that. So now, the conversations are swirling around about James Bradberry versus Darius Slay. And Darius Slay not being the best cornerback in the division. Come on, bro. That's laughable to me. Laughable to me. You know what I'm saying? I like James Bradberry. James Bradberry definitely turned the corner last year. But it's easy to turn the corner when you got an overall good defense. The Giants' defense is really, really good. Now we know how defensive lines can impact cornerbacks. We know that. At times when our defensive line, who is built on getting pressure to the quarterback, don't get pressure on a quarterback, cornerbacks suffer. Avonte Maddox suffered in situations like that. Ronald Darby suffered in situations like that. You know what I'm saying? The only cornerback that we've had since Jim Schwartz has been here who has not suffered consistently in those situations has been Darius Slay. There is not a lot of cornerbacks in this NFL who could play in the Jim Schwartz system and give you what Slay gave you last year. There's not. The list of cornerbacks that Darius Slay guarded were the best cornerbacks on every team. Darius Slay had 2 bad games, and I'm not going to sit here and let us forget that we got a lockdown cornerback. 2 bad games. And one was an anomaly. One was an anomaly against DK Metcalf where he didn't, be able to contest every 50-50 ball. Look at everybody else he guarded. And shout out to Darius Slay for retweeting my tweet. Look at everybody else he guarded. It was complete lockdown, bruh. Lockdown. He locked down Chase Claypool. Claypool got the game-winning touchdown on another defender. Come on, man. Darius Slay been locked down, bruh. Let's not act like it. It's the scheme, and I told you guys this last year. If Darius Slay didn't make the Pro Bowl last season that just passed, the scheme of Jim Schwartz is flawed because he made the Pro Bowl 3 straight years prior to that. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to let no Darius Slay slander come across my screen. I'm not going to do it because I see the results. I see the proof. James Bradberry is not better than Darius Slay. I'm not going for that right now. But James Bradberry definitely turned the corner. And this is no bias at all, bro. This is no bias at all. James Bradberry turned the corner. He definitely turned the corner. He was looking real good. He was looking elite. He was looking elite last year. But show me his statistics measured against the number one, the best guy on the field. Did he shadow the best guy every game? I don't know. But I know Slay did. You know what I'm saying? I know Slay did. And we're going to leave that at that, man. Come on, man. Come on. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I think Howie Roseman is doing a good job being patient and not giving money to people who still got stuff to prove.